When you think of all-time snakes, you got Judas, you got Kevin Durant, you got Scar from Lion King. But in my opinion, you gotta start putting Blackbeard in these all-time conversations. This man has left a trail of bodies everywhere he goes. He stabbed the whole world in the back and became a pirate. Then he stabbed the pirates in the back and became a Fed. Then he stabbed the Feds in the back and became a pirate again. This guy just loves backshotting people. What the hell? I never believed in magic. I never believed in magic. How's it doing in this heat? Dramatic, Dr. Dulio. And today, I'm back in my One Piece bag as we take a look at Blackbeard. I'm guessing he'll be the final villain and that he'll take out someone important to raise the stakes, but we'll see. I also may have discovered the truth about Teach, but I'll get into that later. Now, from a writing standpoint, the parallel with Luffy is so there. Serious analysis incoming. Luffy is short and Blackbeard is tall. Luffy is skinny and Blackbeard is fat. Luffy is a good guy and is chill like that. Blackbeard is a bad guy and he's not chill like that. Thank you. I know my literary analysis can be a bit intimidating. Thank you. Now, I know Blackbeard is this big, fat, ugly, hairy-stomached, wide-bodied, musty, crusty, steak-ass dude. But I gotta say, I look up to him a little bit. Because as a pro hater, I'm just forced to observe this poetry and motion hating masterclass. This man sat on Whitebeard's ship for 26 years, just plotting the downfall of everyone around him. You have any idea what that takes? I haven't even been alive for 26 years, and he's just been in the lab that whole time, working on his hating. Truly an inspiration for all my haters out there. Now, the one thing taken away from Blackbeard really being one of the GOATs is his genuine lack of aura. Now, in case you're not familiar with the term, let me define aura for you because it will be referred to again. Aura is like when you look at someone and they don't even have to say anything. You can just see it. You can feel it. That guy is tough. And for my visual learners, here's a picture from my Instagram to help you better understand. Of course, Blackbeard has his moments that are doing great work for his aura, but this guy can be so lame at times. Honestly, I can't get a read, like, is he a fraud or not? But over here, if we aren't sure, we just start hating. Blackbeard's first chronological appearance in the show is when he joins the Whitebeard Pirates, and he's over here with that thing tooted up. He's so shameless, grabbing up on Whitebeard's leg, just begging. This right here is a clear example of being auraless. Now, how are you gonna be cool and mysterious and bag all the baddies and stack mad cheese after doing something like that? Now, I say that, but we the audience know that even in this moment that he's plotting and scheming, so does that actually negatively affect his aura? I don't know, but it's just too many times I've seen him have no aura. Like, is he a bot or not? I mean, surely he's not a bot because he's an emperor, but no way one pre-time skip Luffy punch should have you laid out like this. I understand that the dark fruit sucks in pain, but broski, you trying to be the king of the pirates? It's time to get serious, brother. Now, we don't know too much about Blackbeard's backstory, but we do know that he does not give a f about that power of friendship nonsense. Soon as Blackbeard heard that Ace was going to Wano to fulfill a promise instead of getting to that cheese, he was uninterested. Leave the sentiments at home because he does not care for that at all. Honestly, I find that a bit refreshing. No complex moral dilemmas, no redeeming traits, no deodorant, just pure shiestiness and bag chasing. Power of friendship? Hell nah. He's fueled by the power of hatred. Sounds like me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. So when he finds the dark fruit that he's been looking for in his own man's hands, we knew it was about to get slimy. I've been talking about Blackbeard's ambition, and this goofy goober over here just didn't want it as badly. He's not hungry for it. Hold on, bro. Look at this goofball Thatch. In case you don't know, Thatch is Whitebeard's former 4th commander and is only known for one thing: being caught lacking. What did he ask his barber for? The unicorn? Did Tom and Jerry hit him on the head? We've only ever seen this man smiling. What the f are you always so happy for? You really think this is just a game? You really think life is just bubblegum and sunshine, huh? This guy is really pissing me off. Now, I won't get on here and defend Blackbeard for sliming him or anything, but I mean, he's just grinning ear to ear, parading around with a devil fruit without even checking his 6. This is what happens when you're not locked in. Somebody like Blackbeard might come along and do you the worst way. Blackbeard calls it curtains for Thatch, as well as his career as a Whitebeard pirate. I'm still convinced that Kevin Durant left OKC on worse terms than this, but we move. And Blackbeard also runs off with the dark fruit. And hold on, what kind of name is the dark fruit? So they gave a black man the dark fruit. Okay. His name is Blackbeard, and he kills Whitebeard and steals his ability. We all know how devil fruits work. If you eat the flame fruit, you become a flame man and you can burn other people. If you eat the ice fruit, you become an ice man and you can freeze other people. If you eat the dark fruit, you become a dark man and can steal from other people? What the hell is going on here? I feel like there's some foul play involved. Now, as many of us know, after he leaves the Whitebeard pirates and Ace sets after him to even the score, Blackbeard just so happens to run into Luffy for the first time in that iconic scene. Alright, so let's say hypothetically, the girl of your dreams is a furry. You still taking that down? Man, hell no. Alright, what about a BBW? Hell yeah! I genuinely thought this guy was another random gag when we first met him. I had no idea that this random dude would be the final villain. Just imagine if he had more aura here. Then I'd be like, whoa, this guy is a problem. Instead, he looks like a crackhead. Then, after Luffy gets beat up by Bellamy, which honestly, I'm not even gonna discuss here, Blackbeard is waiting outside where he gives that speech. A man's dreams will never die, huh? I dream that you will subscribe. Please subscribe. A few important things to note here. Number one, Blackbeard has terrible posture. Hunchback of Notre Dame over here. But after this, there is an interesting scene. Nami refers to Blackbeard as he, to which Luffy and Zoro correct her to say not he, but they. Now, while there's always the possibility that Nami was being insensitive and that Blackbeard prefers they-them pronouns, it's generally believed that Blackbeard has 3 people inside him, and that's why he can have multiple devil fruits, and Luffy and Zoro sense that. 3 personalities, huh? I wonder if any of them are freaky. After Blackbeard finds out that Luffy has a bounty of 100 mil, he starts chasing after him to cash in. And Blackbeard, my boy, what the hell are you driving? You just taped some trees together and called it a day? There's no way this thing passes a single safety inspection. This guy is a devil fruit user, so he's definitely not swimming. He knows that and still chooses to set sail on 4 loaves of bread tied together with nothing but belief and boogers? Is this guy stupid? The Straw Hats shoot off to Skypiea on the knock upstream while Blackbeard and the guys are stuck on a log with crazy waves, and they're just sitting there. No seatbelts, not sliding, not wobbling, just big chilling on a piece of wood in the middle of the ocean. What are they holding on with? Do they have super glue on their pants? And then Doc Q says the Straw Hats are lucky to get away. You know who's lucky, Doc Q? You mother— Blackbeard has been on the run from the Whitebeard pirates, but Ace finally catches him, and the first thing he asks Ace is to join his crew. Is this guy real? Look what happens when Ace launches a fire attack. Keep it together, dude. Am I supposed to believe that this is the guy that made Shanks soil his pants? This guy is a bot. How are you getting burnt in anime? Everyone knows anime fire isn't even hot. Also, why is his man's running like that? Now this is the 50 cherry pies diet, and you damn sure don't have a metabolism like Luffy. Blackbeard opens up a black hole in the ground and destroys this whole town for no reason other than to show Ace that he's bossed up, which is low-key cash money. He's 7 paths of pained their village, and they don't got nothing left. I can only imagine if someone did that to me. Then I wouldn't be able to play League of Legends, my favorite video game. Blackbeard gets in a low squat and shoots the whole village back out. He ate the village and pooped it out that fast? Maybe his metabolism is like that. Now Ace isn't too concerned and lights him on fire again. He's getting the stop and drop, but he's not rolling correctly. You gotta smother the flame, my boy. Roll doesn't mean just slide your big back along the dirt. Blackbeard makes the flames disappear and rolls over, and what the heck even is this guy? He looks like a ladybug. Why are his limbs so small? I just can't stand this guy. Then he gets up and speed blitz gut checks Ace. That is insane speed for a guy his size with toothpick limbs. Ace sends 2 fire lances, and Blackbeard's reaction here might be the worst One Piece frame in history. We don't want to see this! Then Ace and Blackbeard finally have their huge clash, but we know what happens. Blackbeard is such a rat. He really took the deal and turned in a fellow pirate. Now Blackbeard is a warlord of the sea and got his checkup by cashing in on his old fleet commander. That's gotta be against pirate street code or something. But like I said at the start, Blackbeard is an all-time snake. Immediately after pledging his allegiance to the Marines, he betrays them. Wait, now that I think about it, even his crew was betraying their own people to join him. Shiryu worked in the prison and betrayed them to join Blackbeard. Aokiji was a top government official and betrayed them to join Blackbeard. Even Jesus Burgess betrayed WWE Monday Night Raw to join Blackbeard's crew. This is insane. And Doc Q. Yo, Doc Q. Back the f up, dude. Move your raggedy ass on. No, I'm not including you in this joke, stinky butt. Blackbeard said, pledge allegiance to a flag? I only pledge allegiance to that bag. Now he's using the Marines to try and break out every single sex offender from the lowest and darkest pits of super jail. He walks up to Impel Down and absorbs everybody with the must fruit. And unlike the other devil fruits in One Piece, you watching this video can get this ability. All you have to do is not shower and never change your underwear. I feel so bad for these no-name Marines. Getting sucked into a black hole is one thing, but it's gotta be smelling like Diddy's house on the other side. That's cruel and unusual punishment. Look how they found him when he was pulled out the musk chamber. His family wouldn't even recognize him anymore. But I'm torn on whether or not that's aura. Like, on one hand, walking up and absorbing everything gives you aura points, but on the other hand, this guy literally smells like scurvy. There he goes, not making sense again. You either have aura or you don't, but whatever. Blackbeard's making his way down to level 6 where them real demons be at. And on his way there, he runs into Luffy again, who is here to try and save Ace. The same Ace that Blackbeard turned in to get his new drip. Awkward. Luffy is fuming. Now trust me, I get it. But hold on. Freeze frame. Take a good look at this picture. Mr. Blackbeard, how the f do you explain being built like this? This guy is all gut and nothing else. My boy, you're built like a water tower. What the hell is this standoff? Now Luffy was trying to get straight to it. He ran up and quite literally folded Blackbeard in half. I keep on saying it, but that's because we keep seeing new angles of him. What the hell is this body type? His ankles gotta be clocking in a double, triple overtime shift to keep him standing. And in true Blackbeard fashion, he starts rolling around on the ground. Like, why does he do this every time he gets hit? He loses so many aura points every time. Now look at him get up. He don't got mega knees, he got Marshall knees. It's a miracle his ACLs haven't been ripped to shreds. Luffy tries to rush back in and is stopped by Jinbei, which was actually a very clutch move. So Luffy stares Blackbeard down one last time and takes off because Magellan is coming. Magellan? The poison guy is coming. And that's when Blackbeard faces off with Magellan, the poison guy. If he wants to free all the jaywalkers from the darkest pits of hell,
somebody that I believe doesn't only deserve to be in jail, he deserved to be under the jail.
Then he's gonna have to get past this man first. Blackbeard and his crew walk up with a decent amount of aura. 5-on-1 is not something these guys are ashamed to do. But when the one guy on the other side handles the entire crew in 5 seconds, I believe the term is called reverse jumping. And that's when your aura takes a significant hit. And of course, it wouldn't be a Blackbeard fight if he didn't wail in pain after getting hit. But luckily for Blackbeard, Shiryu happens to be there with an antidote in hand. And the Blackbeard pirates are saved by this fat chin dude whose cigar doesn't fall out when he speaks. Have we ever seen this guy not smoking? His lungs are probably the same color as his jacket, but we move. Blackbeard goes down to the lowest level of super prison, where all the parking violators are, and tells all the inmates to battle royale like Fortnite, and if you survive, then you get to leave the prison. What kind of psycho-ass Darwinism nonsense is this? Blackbeard's master plan was to take the worst of the worst shoplifting criminal scum and third party the Summit War and jump Whitebeard. And him and his crew make a solid entrance. Definitely plus aura points for that. But it's about that time. Blackbeard, Whitebeard, and fights! Blackbeard lifts his armpits and instantly covers the battlefield with stink. Then Whitebeard throws a punch that gets absorbed by Blackbeard's devil fruit. Then Blackbeard uppercuts him and gives him some hang time. Blackbeard keeps absorbing these punches and tagging him. So Whitebeard has to dig into his marching band bag and lands a clean chop. And you already know what's coming. Ah! My neck and my back. Whitebeard chokes Blackbeard out, and you know his shameless ass is begging for mercy. No, please. I'm your son. Yeah, Blackbeard is finished. Or so we think. Blackbeard somehow survived. Take a look at Whitebeard, and he's literally fuming. This is like Tom and Jerry levels of anger. He's got steam coming off his body. And right as he's about to go and finish him off, Blackbeard said, "Fuck all that," and up that musket. And then all the Blackbeard pirates join in and jump him, carve him up, and riddle him with holes. This is actually brutal. And all the Whitebeard commanders can do is stand back and watch as their father gets lit up like a Christmas tree. And he's still alive, by the way. But as he's on death's door, he has one last message. You ain't and your ass need to get some veneers. You were on my crew for 26 years and never once hit the showers. We're body built as Blackbeard. You will not achieve your dreams. Layman nigga. To drop a hating clinic on your way out has honestly moved me to tears. R.I.P. Whitebeard. He really died standing up, man. He still went out terribly though. After Whitebeard goes, Blackbeard and his crew whip out their conveniently stored massive blanket and suspiciously cover Whitebeard's body. What do y'all think Blackbeard is doing in there? You think he his or maybe he his or maybe he bounced on he probably hit him with their triple reverse backhanded slide canceling Peruvian flicker while reverse Aztec breathing in flow state. Regardless, Teach comes out from under the blanket looking very happy, so it's anyone's guess what was done. And now he has Whitebeard's powers. Nobody in the world can eat more than one devil fruit, but if there was anyone who could eat more than physically possible, I would guess they would be built like this guy. I'm just saying. He got his new powers and was feeling himself a little too much because he instantly got humbled by Sengoku. This is now the second time they've gotten reverse jumped. His aura is taking serious hits for this. How are you getting KO'd right after a power-up? This is supposed to be your moment. You just said you were the strongest man in the world, bro. Boss up! Then Shanks pulls up and says everyone has to make it home before dinner. And everyone just agrees and goes about their merry ways. After the war, Blackbeard and his crew are stuck because their raft got destroyed. Almost like I called it garbage, but whatever. Blackbeard has Bonnie kidnapped and says that she's too weak to join his crew, but offers her to become his woman, and I have very serious problems with that. Lock him up! Blackbeard is really built like EDP though. But you know what? I won't say anymore because that's a manga spoiler. But really imagine being a worst generation member, same as Luffy and Zoro, but you're out here getting traded for a boat. About a year into the time skip, Blackbeard reclaimed his old hood under a new flag. He was on Whitebeard's crew with a lot of these guys for 20 plus years and didn't even blink when it came to stealing all of Whitebeard's territory. Hey man, get it how you get it. After they do that, they just start going around and robbing anybody with a devil fruit, sailing around and just stealing from people. You know what they sound like? Pirates! Blackbeard is widely considered to be the most piratey of all the pirates in One Piece. No doubt he's Oda's take on a real-life pirate, but the realistic pirate just happens to be the Somali guy.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Oda did say that Blackbeard is Somali, and as far as accurate Somali representation goes, let's take a look at how well he's doing. For starters, One Piece has 1,100 chapters and counting. Never once has Blackbeard eaten a banana with rice, so I'll be docking points for that. Does he have the trademark Somali man bunda? Oh lord. Look at that thing. But more important than everything I've said combined, what are the exact measurements of his forehead? Now, I've searched far and wide, every crack and crevice of the internet, even some places where you definitely don't want to run into Blackbeard uglas. Unless you're into that sort of thing, I guess. We have never seen Blackbeard's forehead once, which generally is a good indicator that he does have a big forehead, but this is the Dr. Dulio YouTube channel. A good indicator is definitely not good enough. Let's dive deeper. I know how Oda likes to hide things in plain sight, so I'm definitely missing something. But is he born on January 1st? He's not. He's born on August 3rd. What a random day. Why would Oda make Blackbeard's birthday be August 3rd unless... Oda, you are a genius. If he had just made Blackbeard look like Yusuf 7, Yusuf 7. Oh my god. That would have been too easy. Come on, guys. This is One Piece. Sure, at first, August 3rd seems like an insignificant day until you put together that August 3rd is National Big Forehead Day. Oda, you deserve a round of applause.
You stupid, bro.
Now, post time skip, Blackbeard's aura isn't really skyrocketing like I would have thought. He's handling business off screen mostly, but he's not doing anything that'll make you cry because you're so moved. Like, okay, every once in a while he'll say, fellas, let's lock in and grab the One Piece. But like, so what? We're talking about the man who Vegas has as the favorite to become Pirate King. And what is he, scared of some little kids? Luffy has 5 gears at this point, and you don't even have your veneers in yet. You've been paid. You have no excuse. But hold on, not getting charmed by Boa Hancock actually does quite a bit for his aura. Better men than me would have turned to stone. I might have turned to stone through the screen. Maybe I have. Who knows? But all this talk about aura, look how Rayleigh walks up into function. That's just like me when I walk in. Walked up on Blackbeard and whipped it out in front of everybody. Just like me. I do that in public too. Am I Silver's Rayleigh or something? Blackbeard's final appearance in the anime at the time of this recording is his fight against Law, or at least the first part anyway. And I gotta say, what an entrance. I'm absolutely lying. This is animal abuse. Why does he have this poor horse that's already on its last legs working as hard? That just isn't right, man. He even crushed Doc Q. Not that I feel bad for Doc Q. Yo, Doc Q. Even though I forgive him a little bit for giving us gender swap Law. This is peak fiction right here. I don't care if it doesn't add anything to the story. I said I need it. But back to the actual fight. And Law is currently charging up a Rasengan, but it's actually a domain expansion, and he uses it to... No! Stronger! I said that Blackbeard was committing animal abuse, but this is objectively worse. Law's sword has an extended clip, and he pokes Blackbeard out the sky, where he has to get bailed out by Sniper Man, who teleports Blackbeard right next to Law. And that's when we get a close-up of Blackbeard's ship. He's still driving this garbage? Minus aura points, what the hell? He got his money up and still chooses to be whipping in this piece of junk? Whatever, man. But Blackbeard and Law clash one last time, and that's when the color scheme changes, and Blackbeard uses his stinky fruit. And it's not looking too good for Law. Now, I've been on the fence as to whether or not Blackbeard has aura, but I've been watching him closely, analyzing and calculating his aura. And the results are right here. If we take a look at what they say, the numbers calculate to be... Wait, what? The results say that he doesn't have any aura, but simultaneously has aura? That's literally impossible. It's paradoxical. And yet, it works. The only possible explanation for that could be... No. Please, not again. I just changed my pants after the last breakthrough. So if you remember earlier on in the video, I talked about how Luffy and Zoro called Blackbeard they, and how it's generally believed that Blackbeard has 3 people inside of him. Now, by going back and tracing the aura residue and some analysis, we can find out who the 3 people are. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a dramatic detective Dr. Dulio deep dive. The first personality of his we're looking for is the funny, silly, and goofy one, but also the dreamer, the one that believes that he can become the king of the pirates. This personality is also the charismatic one. After all, without charisma, he wouldn't be the leader of his friend group. I too am actually the leader of my Now, who could this be? Now, if you take a look at Blackbeard's physical appearance, 2 things are obvious. His teeth are kind of I mean, he has a big gap in his teeth before he got his veneers in this one manga panel randomly. And he's a bigger, heavy-set guy, especially in his upper body. But wait, fun fact about Blackbeard. He's based on one of the most notorious pirates in history, the real-life Blackbeard, who was born in England. Wait a minute. Blackbeard is based on a British guy, but would also be Somali in real life? Who is the most popular British Somali person in the world that also has a big upper body, used to have a gap in his teeth, and always covers his forehead? Blackbeard is literally Chunks! Look what happens when you face morph real-life Blackbeard with Chunks. See? I knew it! Oda must be a Beta Squad subscriber. Now that's 1/3 of the mystery. Let's continue. And for this one, we need to go back and take a look at some older Dr. Dulio fundamentals and revisit the MSSH, or the male socio-sexual hierarchy. Now, while this has been covered on this channel before, in case you're unfamiliar, I'm gonna give you a quick recap. There are different levels of males in our society, and alpha males are at the top. And then there's the Sigma. The Sigma male who coexists with the alphas at the top of society. The main difference being that alpha males are leaders of a pack, while Sigmas tend to run solo. A lone wolf. Kind of like me. Another difference between them is that Sigma males don't pursue romantic relationships and just focus on their goals. If you'll remember, when Boa Hancock tried to turn Blackbeard to stone, it didn't work. Why? The active personality in that moment was a Sigma male. No one else could possibly resist Hancock's charms except for a Sigma male. This personality is also responsible for Blackbeard's well thought out plans and cunning, the architect for his rise to power. Now that we've established that Blackbeard is 1/3 Sigma male, who is without a doubt the most prominent Sigma male in history? You guessed it, Patrick Bateman. Blackbeard's second personality is the American Psycho. Wait. This is making way too much sense. Now, who could the third and last personality be? We know this person has to be a coward, and the type of person to switch up and snitch up. Wait, snitch up? 6ix9ine? That personality was the one responsible for all of Blackbeard's negative aura moments. 6ix9ine literally has no aura. That also explains why Blackbeard turned Ace into the feds.
I get paid to snitch now. Really classified. I can't even really talk about this shit, man.
The 3 of these personalities combine to make the Blackbeard we know and see on screen. This also explains why Blackbeard can have hella aura because of his second Sigma male personality, and no aura at all because of his third 6ix9ine personality. At the same time, Oda gave us the tools to put this together, and all we needed to do was use them. Now, before you comment that was some bullshit, I promise, if you run into One Piece theories, a lot of them are worse than this, I'm just saying. But I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to be tapped in with the truth. Now that we've solved the mystery of Blackbeard's aura, I believe there is one more mystery to be solved. Was he really out here swagging though? Welcome to the Dr. Dulio fit inspection, where as the name implies, I inspect some fits. Let's take a look at Blackbeard. First things first, why are you wearing a coat with no shirt? Who raised you? Actually, wait, I see some buttons. Can you button up your shirt, stinky butt? Nobody trying to see what you got going on. Keep your hairy ass belly to yourself. And this color choice, green, yellow, and red? What are you trying to be, the Senegalese flag? Move your ass on and take your SpongeBob 4s with you too. Oh, you came back in a new fit thinking you're tough or something? Where in the Grand Line do they sell candy cane socks? I see you ditched the shirt. Now you have 2 coats and no shirt. This guy really needs to be put down. Gigantic yellow blanket. Wait a second. That looks familiar. Is that Big Bird? No! Blackbeard, f you and f your braided beard, you wide body freak. For the overall score, I give him negative infinity and a referral to the nearest dentist. We done with Blackbeard. Hey man, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you. You're a real one. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch. I started streaming there. And with that, I love you all and thanks for watching.